Well, I just thought it might be interesting to share an experience we had at the one of our integral practice seminars 2 or 3 times ago. And as we were moving through the voices, for those of you who've had, well, everybody had some experience today, I guess, interestingly, that there was a woman who was struggling with shifting into the big mind, and her objection to that was that she didn't want to allow for evil. That was not something she was willing to let be part of her experience and her awareness. And it was a strong stance on her part. And interestingly, what came out of that is another voice, which was the voice of Satan, who then demanded to have a place in the room. And as the facilitator, that was a really, kind of an interesting moment for me, in terms of, and then I was scared, because you don't usually invite Satan just to show up.
Did you charge Satan?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly, and people have paid and whatnot, So, but we have to come back to the basic ground rule of our process, which is not only anything that arises, not only does it deserve to be recognized, it also deserves to be appreciated. And interestingly enough, so we invited Satan to speak, and I was expecting a big wave of malevolence, of course, and some kind of, unpredictable whatever. But in fact, what Satan said is what most of the voices say, which is, I want to be loved. I want to be seen. I want to be seen for my role in terms of providing creative tension, giving people a vehicle for deepening their heart, and for showing up in a way that's real and is embodied. And it was expressed very beautifully. And what was very poignant to me was that, my first impulse was, well, Satan wants to be loved, how sweet. It's sort of like all the voices want to be loved, that's great. But then actually how that ended up manifesting for me that week is it was a troublesome and difficult week in some ways, because I was approached independently by participants who were having really difficult experiences. For instance, in their meditation, you were talking about not being able to sleep for 2 years. Consistent images of murder and rape that they really didn't know how to be with. And my job was to be with those 3 or 4 participants in very different and very kind of extreme circumstances in which the quality of evil was present in my view. And so, it isn't a matter of loving in some kind of cliched or trite manner. It's a manner of being deeply generous and willing to be present to the distasteful qualities of anger, of confusion, of aggression, of pain, being fully present to that, and then extending it even further into caring for all of those qualities, for touching it, which is I just wanted to reinforce that part of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You are listening to www.integralnaked.org.